criticize on things that I didn't do right, what I don't have and what I'm not, versus, okay, instead of showing acknowledgement and praise for the things that I did do right, the things I did make happen, and what I am. See, I think that these things, there needs to be a specific balance of understanding between these two, because when you just tell somebody, okay, you're not, you can't, or you got this wrong all the time, it begins to psychologically train the person. And when I sit up here and look at it, this is how my people have been trained. This is how other people have been trained by their parents beforehand. I just speak out on it because I see that it's bullshit. Again, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, G's and gents? Welcome to the Professor Goodfeels show, and I'm Professor Goodfeels. As you know, I hope you're having a good day. If not, I'm pretty sure you're making it one because you're watching my video. Now, let me tell you something, man. Our generation is going to be the generation, our generation is the generation that's creating the new type of families. The more connected, more loving families from the old remnants of the survival kind of families that we had before. Like, I've already spoken on the village mentality family versus the, what's the other term I made of it? The survival family. Pretty much the village household versus the survival household. And pretty much, especially when it comes to black folks, a lot of black folks still living into the whole scritching and scrounging kind of understanding. Not knowing where my next meal is going to come from, even though the earth is already abundant. And that's just been something that always been true, but a lot of our family and a lot of our people don't truly understand that. And it's not restricted to black folks, but I'm speaking just from example. I've seen other family members, I've seen other families from different races who do this. But speaking on just this particular thing right here, us as a generation, I'm 26 right now, it's 2021, it's June 25th, I think today is when I'm shooting this video. I don't know because I'm shooting it on my phone, but as of right now, I'm seeing a lot more families and a lot more people move to a more love kind of sense. They're moving to a more compassionate kind of understanding, because we grew up being around people who weren't compassionate, who weren't understanding, who pretty much would discipline or beat us into submission for a society that does not serve them, for a society that doesn't do anything for them. So in turn, they would try to conform us as they've been conformed. Our generation, one thing I like is that we quick to say fuck that shit quick. We'll literally say that when it comes to jobs, when it comes to certain things. It's not a perfect generation, but it is definitely a unique one indeed, because we don't necessarily just cave into the bullshit as quickly as everyone else does. That's why they gave us cell phones and a lot of other stuff to try to distract us into certain things. But we don't really just jump to it like that. We'll leave out of something real quick. We'll be disrespectful real quick. Now, is this always a good thing? Of course it's not. Is this always the right solution to a problem? Of course it's not. But it can definitely be, my bad. Damn, summer bugs. But it can definitely be a benefit to us as a people, because we not gonna just jump in and believe something that somebody's gonna tell us. Our generation is starting the trend of asking questions, of getting information, of trying to figure things out. It's funny enough, the very things like cell phones and internet that they gave us to distract us is really helping to liberate us quicker. It's funny how that whole thing works, but we moving to create more families that are going to be about togetherness. For example, my family, whatever, like I speak on when it comes to certain things, I speak about my upbringing. Again, I don't never bash anybody, but I am speaking on the things that I just noticed as growing up. They weren't close. They weren't really tied together kind of things, whatever. They weren't really open and vulnerable with each other. And when I got older now, and the more connected with myself I became, I began to understand the importance of this when it comes to raising someone. I don't have any children or nothing like that, but I do understand how important it is to let your child know, okay, you did a good job. Instead of criticizing, for example, I could get criticized on things that I didn't do right, what I don't have and what I'm not, versus, okay, instead of showing acknowledgement and praise for the things that I did do right, the things I did make happen, and what I am. See, I think that these things, there needs to be a specific balance of understanding between these two, because when you just tell somebody, okay, you're not, you can't, or you got this wrong all the time, it begins to psychologically train the person. And when I sit up here and look at it, this is how my people have been trained. This is how other people have been trained by their parents beforehand. I just speak out on it because I see that it's bullshit. Again, one of the gifts of our generation, and another gift of mine, being spiritually aware of myself and aware of my environment and my vibration. And when I see how things are going now, and I look back at how they once were, It lets me know that more people again are starting to wake up to this level of understanding. We're not trying to just sit up there and just be subjugated for the rest of our lives. A lot of people my age and stuff like that, they're entrepreneurs. They're multimillionaires. They're creating their own path instead of walking one that was set for them. And I acknowledge that heavily. We're creating a new type of generation. We're creating something completely different that the last, 3 or 4 generations, somewhere around there, didn't. I don't know the exact number of many generations. I ain't that into it, but I can tell you what it is that I see and what feeling it is that I'm getting, and just how the world is just dramatically changing with everything. I like this. Throughout all this tragedy and all this kind of stuff that's going on, things that we think are bad for us are actually benefiting us in a great degree. You don't have to be like everyone else anymore, because now people are aware that the people that they follow, they don't even have it together. They don't even know what it is they're doing. They don't know where they're going. We're creating more love environments because I know now I'll be able to teach my children, okay, if I have some, but I'll be able to let my children know and just let other people know too, is that it's nothing wrong with expressing love. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with being yourself. It's nothing wrong with doing what it is that you want to do. Because truthfully, that's what life is. Life is abundant. Life gives us an unlimited amount of freedom to operate as we see fit. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's stopping you is the limits of your imagination. That's really the only thing that stops you. And we are aware of that. We trying to show some of our parents that as well. But let's see how that whole thing goes, because some people are learning it while some people are still learning. But let me know what y'all think about this topic. Creating new family trees, creating a whole new family system and stuff like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think on that. This was just something that was on my mind, man. I wish y'all nothing but the best. Love, peace, and hair grease, man. Take it easy. Stay smooth like butter, y'all. It's a damn good day, and if not, make it one. Thank you.